Hello and welcome to the Cryptonaut podcast. I am Mark Storrs, and with me as always is
Rob Morphy.
Rob, and Chris. We're back. We had a little bit of a break. I got Lacerta.
Yeah, you did.
You got biohazard.
I got biohazarded.
Doubled up 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Well,
we only missed 1 week, but you were double sick during that week, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I had a really super nasty winter crud thing happening, and then I got splashed with some sludge. And sometimes you get the sewer flu.
Par for curse.
Thankfully, the sewer flu does not really last long. My immunity, I can take so much. I can get so much. I believe because I had the cold, my system was down a little bit. Sludge splashed me.
So you think ordinarily you're going to survive a sludge splat?
Yeah, I normally do.
But you are already beaten up by the cold.
Yeah, I get splashed in the face, eyes, mouth, everything kind of.
So you're
it sucks.
So gross.
It's so gross.
It is gross, but you get to be like immune to almost everything by virtue of it.
Yeah, and then ever so often, man, it just kind of catches it when you least expect it.
Sure.
So, but we're here. We're doing it. Lacerta Files Part 3, Reality Unraveled.
Yeah, are you ready?
Oh,
no.
man,
it was raveled.
Not.
Raveled is a word that I don't use that much. Nobody really does, I don't think.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what context. I mean, crocheters, maybe they ravel things.
Unravel.
I've never said the word ravel.
Ravel. I've never said. Yeah, it's one of those ones, you don't ever use it. Like, I've never said it's clement weather outside.
Yeah.
It's always inclement.
Yeah.
And so I've only used it in the negative of unraveled.
Yeah.
But in this case, however tightly or loosely packed your grasp of reality is, be prepared.
Okay. Oh, wow. We're going that deep, huh?
It's going to go super deep.
All right, man. Well, I'm prepared. Let's get started with, though he couldn't tell whether it was a government agency or some shadow-drenched cabal, journalist Ole K became certain of one thing. He was being watched. After a string of nerve-shredding, too close encounters with whoever or whatever was tailing him, Ole managed to secure a second meeting with Lacerta. This time, the enigmatic saurian didn't just dip into ancient history. She dove headfirst into the nature of souls, psychic phenomena, the principles behind what we call magic, and casually the underlying framework of reality itself.
Yeah.
That you often do.
Oh, all basic things that we...
Yeah, just essential things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as if there's,
basic.
I didn't want to settle you with all of them. I have a little PS to the intro, a rarely
excellent.
seen thing here.
Cool.
And as if that weren't enough, we're also going to learn the truth about evil and how UFOs fly.
Oh.
So buckle up, bitches.
Okay.
Minds will be blown. Confusion is an abso-fucking-lutely guaranteed phenomenon that will ensue. And welcome to this week's edition of the Lacerta Files.
Nice, man. All right. Well, that's a lot to unpack. So.
Yes. It's not even like that it's that long. It's that dense.
You know, this entire thing has been a lot
That's what almost makes it better.
to unpack. Yeah.
Separated it.
When there's three
completely.
sentences of words that I understand but don't understand when they're in a sentence.
Exact context
I love
clues
it.
mean
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
That prepare for a bunch of that.
Yeah.
All right. In the introduction to his second and, as far as we know, final interview with the peculiar yet pulchritudinous being known as Lacerta, Swedish journalist and once hardened paranormal skeptic Ole K doubled down. What readers were about to encounter, he insisted, was true, drawn directly from the original tape recordings he had made on April 27th, 2000. Ole admitted that a few edits were made while transcribing the original tapes. Those changes, he said, dealt primarily with, quote, personal issues, paranormal demonstrations, the social system of the reptilian species, and alien technology and physics, end quote. Just you know, we're gonna be parsing off the social system of the reptilian species for next week. So relax. Only all of the rest is there.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes. All alterations, he emphasized, were made at Lacerta's request, to which I add, God damn it, Ole, that's the shit I wanted to know about to begin with.
Yeah.
But there's enough in there. So I wrote that before I realized how fully in depth it would be. The second meeting, again arranged by the elusive EF, was initially scheduled for April 24th, but something went wrong. Very wrong. In his introduction, Ole explained, the reason for the shifting of the date and time of the second meeting was the possible observation and surveillance of my own person after the publication of the first transcript. Although everything was attempted, on advice of Lacerta, to keep my identity a secret, just 2 days after the dissemination of the document abroad, various unusual events took place. Please don't think I am paranoid. However, I believe that the publication of the interview has drawn either official attention or the attention of, and this is my editorial insert, presumably hush-hush organization to me. But, up until this time, I usually regarded people who believed that they were being followed by the state to be nothing more than jokers. But now I have begun to revise my ideas on that since events in January. It began with a failure of my telephone for several hours. When the phone became operational again, there were quiet echoes and strange clicking and whirring sounds when I made calls. A defect could not be found anywhere. Overnight, important data disappeared from my hard drive in my computer. The testing program reported defective sectors where, strangely enough, there were only data which dealt with illustrations and the completed textual material from the interview. These defective sectors also contain material of a paranormal nature in the field of my research. Fortunately, the material was also stored on floppies.
Yeah,
the wonderful world of backup material.
His hard drive took a shit. Well, portions of it.
The paranormally inclined portion. All right. No, not shitting on Mormonism by saying this. You could go with a little bit of like the old Moroni thing, like, oh, you are scrapping this because you think I know it. Well, the angel's so mad at you, he's going to make me retell it in a different way, kind of thing, where it's bullshit, ergo only those parts were removed. Or you could take it from the other perspective. It was like a surgical strike on the data in his computer.
Yeah.
His taxes, circa 1998 were not as important.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, it could go either way. We don't know for sure.
All right.
But there were floppies, which must have played havoc with intelligence agencies for at least, I guess, a good 4 months before they fucking figured out how to magnetically release all that shit.
I mean, it doesn't take much of a magnet.
Doesn't take much of a
Just
magnet.
whoop,
Yeah.
Like a kitchen magnet, pretty much.
You could pretty much ruin it. But, yeah. Well,
You
Maybe it
ruined
didn't
everything
throw 'em
with
off at
magnets
all.
back in the day. TVs,
Oh, yeah.
fucking
100%, yeah.
anything.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
We all had that rainbow echo in a corner from where somebody fucked up and left something on a TV too long.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So, in addition, I discovered by pure chance some hidden data in a likewise hidden directory index. The name which appeared on the data and the directory index was E72UJ. A friend who is a computer expert, as such, in the day, could not make anything of this designation, and when I was about to show it to him, the directory index had disappeared. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that, but then things escalated. One day, Ole, this is me writing. That was quote, end quote. Then things escalated. One day, Ole returned home to find his front door wide open. His television was on. A creature of habit, he was certain that he had locked up and powered down before leaving. This wasn't a sloppy burglar. It wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate message. You are being watched, and we can get to you at any time. Soon after, the intimidation took wheels. Back to the quotes. A minivan with British markings and the imprint of a Europe-wide supermarket chain parked in front of my house. I noticed the same minivan again on several occasions, traveling at a distance behind my car, even when I visited the town of Redacted, 65 kilometers away. When I returned, the car was on the other side of the street once again. I never saw anyone get into or out of the car. A knock on the door of the vehicle and on the tinted windows caused no reaction of any kind. After about 2 weeks, the minivan disappeared again. When I informed EF personally about these events, he suggested that I change the place and date of the meeting in order to assure our own and Lacerta's safety. The meeting took place on April 27, 2000, in another isolated location. It was unobserved as far as I can determine. Once again, All of this may sound strange and paranoid, like a fantasy from a cheap science fiction film. However, I can only repeat to assure the reader once again, all of this is the unadulterated truth. Believe my words or don't believe them. These things have happened and they will continue to happen whether you believe them or not. Until it is too late. Ole closed his introduction with a line that hit like a hammer. Our civilization is in danger.
Ooh,
Okay.
Okay. I mean, foreboding?
Foreboding. The bodes for.
The bodes have been forward.
All the way.
Okay.
To the max.
Yeah.
Maybe
all
not
right.
to the max.
Jeez.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
So but it's still going to hurt your ears. Prolonged exposure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mess with
But
this.
it's going to get cranked up as we go.
All right.
Just want to make sure everyone's prepared.
Here we go.
I'm not gonna be. Like none of us are. I mean, you do. You wrote it, but
I mean, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I transcribed it, as it were.
Dear listeners,
Cut and pasted.
you're on this journey with us.
Yes, you
are.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Yes. In the weeks between clandestinely, or so Ole believed, publishing the first transcript and arranging the second interview, he received more than 14 pages of responses forwarded through people he claimed he trusted. The reactions were explosive. Some displayed a near fanatical tendency to welcome the contact with the reptilian species. Other, particularly the radically religious, denounced Lacerta and her kind as servants of hell or the species of the evil one, presumably Satan himself.
well, yeah.
I mean,
Going on a limb there.
that's the only bend they're going to have to this. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So so it's either like gung-ho or fuck off.
Yep. Okay.
Like no in-betweens, really. Again, just to set the stage, I will be reading as Lacerta, Mark as Ole K, and Chris will again be the stage director. The curtain opens on a room in an even more secluded property secured by EF. As Ole sat across from Lacerta to begin their second recorded conversation, he handed her these responses, accusations, adulations, condemnations, and allowed her to read. His first question addressed the, at times, vitriolic content.
When you read these religious and animosity-ridden comments here, what do you think and feel then? Is the relationship between your species and ours really shaped from that kind of total negativity?
Does it amaze me that I am not, excuse me, does it amaze me? Already, fucking typo, verbal typo right out the gate. Character. Does it amaze you that I am not completely angered by that? I had fully expected those kinds of extreme reactions. The programming for the utter denial of another species, especially the reptilian species, as in your case, is deeply embedded in each of your own individual consciousnesses. Always hard time saying that in plural. This ancient conditioning stems from the days of your third artificial creation. So if you guys remember that time. Yeah. So yes. So we'll get to that in a sec. And biologically speaking, is passed down as an information genome from generation to generation. The identification of my species with the powers of darkness was a primary intention of the Elohim, who liked seeing themselves in the role of the powers of light. Something which in and of itself represents a paradox, since the humanoid species was extremely sensitive to your sunlight. And of course, this portion of Lacerta's response alludes to the assertion she made in the last episode, or in the first interview, if you want to be specific, about our species being created by an alien race known as the Elohim, us being the 7th iteration, but apparently since the 3rd iteration, all previous 6 have been destroyed by the Elohim.
Yes.
They started instilling in them a natural fear of reptiles and a revulsion and an association with reptilian beings, including the saurian indigenous pop that was already here, with demonic and or just evil fucking beings.
All right.
I remember.
Yep. Okay.
I remember.
So I'll continue now as Lacerta. In case you're expecting me to act offended, I guess I'll have to partially disappoint you. These obscure intentions are not really your fault. You are simply following, for the most part, what you have inherited from your ancestors. It is indeed actually somewhat disappointing that many of you develop no especially strong individual self-conscience, for this would help you to overcome the conditioning. As I've already said, we were in direct contact in the last several centuries with some of your more primitive human tribes. These tribes had themselves succeeded in breaking through the old creation programming. They were able to meet us without tension, hate, and total rejection. I think she's referring to a lot of the South American cultures here, like Aztec, Quetzalcoatl, Snake King culture, where they became worshipped. And I suppose that's it's always got to be, are you reviled or venerated?
Right.
But better than wholesale hatred for no good reason, if indeed it is no good reason, which we haven't established yet. Apparently, many of your modern civilized individuals are not in a position to think on their own. See, she's trying to reverse psych us into being open-minded here. I see.
She knows how to talk.
Yeah, she does. But rather let
Mostly.
themselves be guided by programming and religion, which is also a manifestation of that ancient programming and part and parcel of the plan of the Elohim religion. Therefore, comments of that kind I'd sooner regard as amusing than irritating. They simply confirm in large measure for me my suppositions about your defined mode of thinking.
Therefore, you are not the quote-unquote species of the evil one, as was remarked earlier.
You would think it would not require that kind of specificity, is my own editorial comment.
No, I mean, she kind of just
She made it
answered
pretty
that.
fucking clear.
Yeah, I think she did, yeah.
But I mean, Ole is the mouthpiece now for the half the people who responded, which were, with like fear. So
yeah, I get it.
How am I supposed to answer that? This is the legit answer. Your people still think according to a simple and completely inappropriate scheme of generalizations. Simply put, there are absolutely no purely evil species. They exist in every terrestrial and extraterrestrial species, alike both good and evil individuals. It's even true of your own people. But there is no such thing as an absolutely evil species. This concept is really very primitive. You people have believed from time immemorial that you are what you are supposed to believe, what was foreseen for you to believe by your creators. Every well-known species, even the more highly developed ones, consists of a great number of individual consciousness, at least in proportion to the consciousness. At least a portion of the consciousness is individual, even though there are connecting fields of consciousness. So in the plural and singular tense, same spelling. Okay. These self-sufficient spirits are able to decide freely for themselves a lifestyle which is either good or evil according to your own human standards. It depends again on the respective point of view. Your people are not necessarily in a position to judge whether the deeds of a more highly developed species are good or evil because you stand at a lower observation point from which an assessment is not possible. Your simple words, good and evil, are in any case examples of a tendency towards generalization. In my language, there are many concepts of the various shades of meaning of individual behaviors in comparison to the norms of a society. So sort of like the Romans, they said like they had 7 words for love, whereas we have, 1 or 2 at best.
Yeah.
All right. Even those extraterrestrial species which are inclined to act with antagonism towards you are not species of the evil one. Even though they operate negatively with respect to your own race, they do this for their own reasons and do not regard themselves as evil. Were your structured way of thinking more linear and more focused as theirs is, then you would also behave in such a fashion. The attitude of a species towards other kinds of existence naturally depends very heavily on its respective structured way of thinking. Each species sets its own priorities. To classify that as good or evil is really quite primitive. We got it. We got it, Lacerta.
Yeah, I know. Goddamn.
For the survival of any species argues for many varieties, among them your own, as well as for even the most varied of the worst or negatively directed deeds. I won't even exclude my own kind in this regard, for there have been certain occurrences in the past which I don't personally welcome, but about which I would also not like to go into detail. None of these occurrences have happened in the last 200 years of your time scale. Put a little pin in that. But please note the following. There are no absolutely good and there are no absolutely bad species, because each and every species always consists of individuals, which, of course, any free-thinking human being could have told.
Yeah.
That's fucking philosophy 101.
Yeah.
It should be before you get there, you figured that out. And I can't help but to wonder, this is a little editorial aside from here, what it was that happened over 2 centuries ago that, so disappointed Lacerta in her own kind. And if it doesn't relate to the reasons why a vastly superior species is exiling themselves to the inner earth where, they don't get exposure to the sun they adore so much. So I can't help but feel like her unwillingness to speak about it, of course, it's assuming all of this is true, of course, but her unwillingness to speak about it and mentioning that and 200 years ago, not all that grand. Like, we're talking,
not really.
George Washington was doing his shit, all the founding fathers, all the fucking French revolutionaries, all the fuckers across the world doing all their shit.
Yeah.
In history books, we know all about it. Not every detail, but a lot of it. So it's like, if you were still doing some ill shit that recently, it's
not really that long ago.
It's not that long ago.
No, not at all.
But the way she says it, she said it hasn't happened in the last 200 years. So, I mean, it could still have been 500 years before 200 years.
Sure, but when people give the minimum, they're almost always talking like, 202 years ago.
No, I know. It's just,
but you're
from
right.
The way she speaks, nothing here is
set in stone. 100%. I just wanted to double down on that.
But no, it could be. It could have been, and it could have fucking.
Who knows?
Yeah. Tombstone. She could have been a tombstone.
Oh, man. Jeez. She's going all the way to Tombstone, huh? Oh, God. All right.
Doc Holliday was a reptile.
Yeah, seriously.
Doc Lacerta.
Lacerta.
Billy the Kid.
Oh, my God.
Lacerta the Kid. They're all her.
Billy the Saurian.
Killed Billy the Kid. All right. In the letters that I got, there was often the question whether you could go into any great detail regarding the advanced physics that you commented on last time. Many people said your words made no sense. For example, how do UFOs function? How do they fly? How do they perform the maneuvers that they do?
I ought to explain that to people. That's not all that simple. Let me think about it for a minute. I always have to use very simple words in order to make clear to you the basic principles of a higher kind of science. Sounds condescending, and I know we're all a little sensitive to that, but in this case, it makes a lot of sense. You can't. It's hard to explain higher science. That's the hardest thing to explain.
If you have words and concepts that you don't understand, how do you explain?
How do you explain it?
Like if they find a new color, how do you even begin to explain that?
Exactly. Or if you
don't
meet a species that can't see color, how do you even explain the concept of fucking color?
Yeah,
right.
It's like many shades of gray, but better.
Yeah, right.
Better grays.
You're not doing it.
You're not doing it. It's not fucking. It's hard. Okay. All right. So let's try this. You have to be clear about some fundamental facts. The very first thing is that you must divide up the conception of the physical world because each existence consists of different layers. Let's say, for simplicity's sake, that it consists of a material illusion and a sphere of influence. Translators note, that means it's from Ole K. No legitimate translation exists for this word, Feldrum, German. Feld means field, Raum means space, room, or expanse. Therefore, I'm translating it as sphere of influence. So I don't know if Lacerta used the German term Feldrum, like field of experience, but I'll just be using, it'll be interchangeable. I'll just be using sphere of influence just for simplicity's sake. So, all right. So a material illusion that is the world around us, the sphere of influence.
Okay.
And I want to add too an editorial note for any open-minded physicists or philosophers with a mathematical mind. Please tune in to what I'm about to read and let us know if it's pure poppycock or if there might be something to this. So an assignment out there to the listeners. Okay. Certain physical conditions are associated only with the realm of the material, as in concrete, while other and more complicated conditions are associated only with the sphere of influence on the material world. Your conception of the physical world is based on a simple material illusion. That illusion is further subdivided into 3 elementary or basic conditions of matter. A fourth and very important condition also exists, which you simply pay attention to more or less as you choose. It is the one bordering on the sphere of influence or plasma realm. For you, the theory for a controlled transformation or an elevation of frequency of matter and stable existence of this fourth aggregate condition of matter is not very common, or it exists at a very primitive level. Okay. Talking about like paranormal phenomenon here.
Right.
But it is interesting, the literal breakdown of like parts of it that are, it'll get more detail. I'm not going to try to break down. As an aside, this is Lacerta continuing. There are simply 5 states of matter, but the post-plasma state would really be going too far and would only serve to confuse you. So, and she's only going to explain 4. Besides, it's not necessary for an understanding of the basic theory. It is connected with diverse phenomenon, which you would characterize as paranormal. All right, so the 5th, and the one she's not going to explain, is paranormal.
Okay.
Now back to the essentials. Plasma. Now with plasma, I don't just mean hot gas, as is the concept generally simplified by your people, but rather I mean a higher aggregate condition of matter. The plasma state of matter is a special form of matter which lies between its real existence and the sphere of influence that is a complete loss of mass and pure accretion of energy of various forms whenever matter is pushed or shoved. Ole noted that there's no context given for this push or shove. So I'm assuming energy, matter to energy, vice versa. That, I mean, I don't know if there's any other way to interpret that, at least
maybe
in our fucking 4-dimensional world.
Yeah.
Okay. The 4th state of matter is very important for certain physical conditions, which can be used, for example, to, how should I express this to you, generate anti-gravity. That's a rather strange human word and not really correct, but you ought to understand it better this way. Essentially, in the world of real physics, there are no bipolar forces, but rather only an observer dependent on reflective behavior of a single large unified force at different levels. With anti-gravity or the displacement of gravitational characteristics into levels, one can, for example, cause apparently solid matter to levitate. This method is employed partly by us and partly by extraterrestrials, as well as a means of propulsion for their UFOs. So again, not opposing forces, but like one big force, but when you break it down into the subsequent levels, you can make it act upon each other in ways that seem to create the opposing reaction. Again, I don't know if I'm onto this or not.
So
it's something like that. It seems.
Can
yeah, please.
Yeah,
can I Mr. Storrs? Yes.
I'm too dumb for this.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
No, it's a collective.
This is a lot of. I mean,
that's why I implored for higher help.
No,
at the beginning of this.
Yeah. Well, because there's words that I recognize, but then it's in a way that I've not seen. So I'm like, are you like Deepak Chopra-ing?
Yeah.
Or
are you just
am
I getting Tony Robbins into a corner?
So that's why we're not going to allow ourselves to go into a corner.
Okay,
we're
cool.
We're going to
No.
remain objective. I will say this, if Michio Kaku happens to be listening, and he wants to be like, well, string theory indicates that maybe on these levels and things are, then maybe I'll be like, oh, I will take pause.
We have received some emails from some listeners about some of like the some of like the dinosaur stuff, and then some of the more like scientific stuff.
Right.
And they all obviously just debunk the shit out of it. They're just like, what the fuck are they even talking about?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're paranormal enthusiasts.
Well, yeah, no,
we're not men of science.
No, obviously.
Yeah,
Shocking
we're just
development.
giving you the story. We're not.
Yeah, no, they're not putting it on us. They're putting it on the story.
Yeah.
They're like, no, what they're saying makes no sense.
Yeah, see, and that's what I want. The more of that you get from different sides, let's see.
Yeah.
All right. So Lacerta continued. you people are moving on and I don't like the you people, but put a fucking pin in that, are moving on a really primitive level toward a similar principle for your secret military projects. But since you have more or less stolen this technology and it was later falsely passed on to you intentionally by the extraterrestrials, so crashes and gifts as, unfunded opportunities, as the guy from Lockheed Martin once said about UFOs. Some were gifts, some were...
Gary Nolan.
But it wasn't Gary Nolan. It was the guy who was literally in charge of the Skunk Works back in the day who passed away, who was always saying enigmatic shit about UFOs.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yes. But... So we stole it, or it was given to it. Because of that, we lack the real physical understanding, or you lack it. As a result, you have to struggle with problems of instability and radiation with your UFOs. According to my information, there have been a great number of deaths of your people because of intense radiation and field disturbances. Don't you agree that this is also a good example of the business regarding the question of good and evil? You people play with unknown forces and thereby accept the death of colleagues of your own kind, for they are dying for a greater cause, namely for the advancement of your technology, which as a result is being put into place once again for the purposes of war, i.e. for negative pursuits. So just doubling down on that point.
Like how Bob Lazar replaced the guy in area. Yeah.
S4 because
the guy took a plasma cutter and blew up. And yeah.
So... And again, I don't know how much of Lazar's story was in the full-on zeitgeist. I mean, his initial interviews with George Knapp were already out there.
By this time,
by 99, absolutely.
It was all out there.
And maybe all of that. So this could just be a clever hoaxer integrating that and without putting too fine a point on it to make it seem more real. Or it could just be what is actually happening.
Yeah, Ole definitely listens to Coast to Coast.
Oh, no doubt.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we all did back then.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
He kind of just nailed it.
Yep.
I mean, anyone who was an avid Art Bell listener probably could have concocted this.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. So Lacerta continues. Now, one can give you the benefit of the doubt that only the least number of your kind have any knowledge about these alien projects, which are, as you explain it, top secret. It was told to you that the higher the ordinal or ranking number of basic matter, the simpler the heightening of the condition. But that is only partially correct. Whatever. If you can't circumvent these powers, then you're better off not attempting it. But your kind has always been ignorant and has, from a time immemorial, tried to play around with forces which you have not even understood. Why would that ever change? You remember this business of copper fusion, which again takes us back to, I think, maybe the first episode. I'm not sure. By means of fluctuation at the right angle with the induced radiation field, copper is fused with other elements. The illusion of matter is fused. The fields in the sphere of influence overlap each other, but the main force would be reflected by the process and would assume a quasi-bipolar character, which now it all comes clear. Now I get it. For the first time, click. I don't fucking know anything I just read.
No.
Yeah, no,
yes.
It's just getting worse.
That's performance. Performance art. The resulting connection and field would therefore not be stable in the normal condition of matter and unsuited for tasks. As a result, the entire field spectrum is shifted to a higher plasma-like condition, whereby the spectrum comes together with this harsh shifting to the opposite pole side. The word is not correct. Of the force field, so the word force field is not correct, and it resembles quite closely a gravitational shift. This shifting causes a tilting of the repulsing quasi-bipolar force, which now no longer flows to the interior of the force field, but rather flows partly to the exterior of the field. The result is an interstratifying reflective force field, which is very difficult to modulate within certain technical boundaries in relation to its own characteristics. It can also carry out a multiplicity of tasks, as for example, causing massive flying objects to be levitated and maneuvered. It can also exert a camouflage function in the realm of electromagnetic radiation, as well as manipulate temporal sequences of events. Time machine. Indeed, only to a very limited extent, and other things as well. Yes.
All right, now I understand. I got it.
Yep.
I'm dumber.
I got it.
Are you familiar with your quantum tunnel effect? Mark, would you care to give us a little brief overview?
Tilting of the quasi-bipolar force?
They use the quantum to make a tunnel, bro.
I mean, hey.
That's it. I think we nailed it.
Hey.
Science master.
Yeah,
Dude, I'll use plasma and some copper.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
But it's
Apparently.
not the fusion, because that doesn't matter. It's the temporal fusion on
Well,
the other side.
you need the right angle,
So
though.
the aura of the
You're
copper
missing
blends
it.
with the aura of the magnetism, and they become a brand new thing, bro, that tilts.
If you get the right angle.
Now I get it.
Yeah, you got to do it at the right angle.
Now
Duh.
I get it. God, I hope none of this is real.
With the right
Jesus. My God.
I can't wait to hear from somebody
Oh,
just
God.
shitting all over her saying,
Yeah.
oh, fuck, I'm on a new pursuit now, and that'll
Yeah.
be like
Oh,
even worse somehow.
God, yeah, it's not. Oh,
All right.
God.
So, are you familiar with the quantum tunnel effect? ? Even the amplitude equalizations among genuine matter can be achieved with one of these kinds of fields if the frequency and the distance from the plane of the field are high enough. Unfortunately, the whole thing that I have explained to you in your words has come out to be rather primitive. I'm afraid it sounds rather strange and certainly impossible for your comprehension, but perhaps this simple explanation can be of some use to you in helping you to understand, but then again, maybe not.
She's
It's a piece of work.
she's up on her dickhead level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her dickhead meter went through.
Because
the
how do you
roof.
read that with not the tone?
You know the tone.
I mean, it can't be any other tone than the
No.
one that you're thinking when you hear this.
I know.
No, it's not what you say; it's how you say
It's
it.
how you say it.
Yes.
Yeah, and we know how it's being said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Oh boy! All right, here we go. Character. Is there a scientific
Substantiation.
I'm sorry. Is there a scientific substantiation for paranormal powers, as for example with your powers of thought?
Yes. In order to explain that, one has to acknowledge the physical reality of the sphere of influence, or Feldrum. I won't say that again. I'll try to do it. Wait just a second. You're going to have to separate yourself mentally from the illusion that that which you see is the true nature of the universe. It is at best the surface of a side. Imagine for yourself that all the matter here, you, this table, this pencil, this technical device, this paper, does not really exist, but that it is rather only the result of a field oscillation and a concentration of energy. All matter that you see, every creature, every planet and star in the universe, has an information energy equivalent. So far, I think that we can pretty much...
Okay, that's not bad so far.
Yeah, physics seems to follow that, I think. So it has the information energy equivalent in the sphere of influence, which is located on a main field, the general level of things, i.e., I think the world we see around us.
Yeah.
Now, there is not only one level, but several. Last time I had mentioned that highly developed species, which is capable of changing levels. So the ones that can think their way through bubble thoughts of the fucking omniverse.
Yeah.
Or bubble universes, which is something, which is capable of changing levels, which is something, so I stand corrected already, which is something completely different from the simple bubble changing, for bubbles are a part of each and every level. Do you understand? Dimensions, as you call them, are part of a solitary bubble. Bubbles or universal foam are part of a level, and the levels are layers in the sphere of influence. I almost I'm no shit aside, I almost feel like I can almost see it, and then it just slips away. Like sand through an hourglass.
Yeah, there's just enough words and ideas that are like, wait a minute, but then
So
you get
dimensions
lost.
are in the bubble, and there's an infinite amount of bubbles,
Yep.
and then but it's separated by the layers. Because I also have a hard time with this. A, because I'm a moron, but B, also because I understand when I say a dimension, I'm using it in conjunction with parallel universes, other planes of existence.
That's how
with
it's generally
different
been.
physics.
It's been used in that way.
But it's not an accurate description necessarily.
If you just think about infinities within an infinity, then right. So you have like whole numbers. There's an infinity of them.
Right.
But then you think of there's an infinity of numbers just between 1 and 1.1.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then there's infinity, a bigger
Like,
one. So it's like, but they're all
Sure. I mean, you can.
What do you mean?
Can,
how is there?
Oh no, I just ruined everything.
No, things can get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Like a 16th?
Like no. All right.
Well,
God bless
for
you.
infinity.
God bless a maintenance man fucking bringing.
So imagine
something
just 1.1, 1.01, 1.001, 1.0. That goes on.
There
for
was
infinity.
there was a point
just
where,
between 1 and 1. Yeah.
And measurements. The better the technology, the deeper the measurement.
Is this
goes.
metric? Can we make it metric?
Probably the only way.
Okay,
it's the only way.
I do get what you're saying. Like, that is.
No, there's an infinity of probably measurements in between.
There seems to be,
and
it's panic-inducing.
Yeah, no, it sucks. That's why I'm just like
totally. Whew, okay.
Yeah. All right. So, so bubbles or universal foam are part of a level. The levels are layers in the sphere of influence, while the sphere of influence acting in the capacity of a single physical size is essentially unending. So the universe, as we acknowledge it, is virtually unending. It is composed of innumerable, just like Chris was saying, information energy layers and general levels. There are, in the sphere of influence, no null levels. All are the same, but they are separated by means of their energy conditions. I notice that I'm confusing you now. I think I ought to stop with this explanation. But don't you feel like you're getting closer?
I mean, I know.
I mean, it's my own. It's my own stupidity.
No, she's describing like the omniverse, but in words that are like a little.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit more accessible. Tiny bit.
A little more accessible, but also a little bit more like.
Yeah, I'm getting further away.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
No, please continue. How do concrete paranormal powers arise?
Oh, so at least Ole's on point. Like, I didn't give fucks about anything you just said, but let me get back to what I was going to say. How does the paranormal manifest?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay then. Let's try something simpler. Again, it is not completely correct, but let's begin in this manner. Tangible matter on this side is mirrored in the sphere of influence as a field with distinct layers. These layers contain information, as an example, about the simple structure of the matter or the string frequency, but also there is stored information stemming from the development of matter. Are you familiar with the human concept of morphogenetic fields? I think she meant to be translated as morphogenic fields, because I don't know what the fucking morphogenetic field is. But maybe, again, my own ignorance is fucking epic. So, brief explanation here. Morphogenic fields are proposed non-physical organizing regions that guide the development of biological forms and behavior, originally introduced by A.G. Gershwitz and Ross Harrison in the 1910s. They suggest that cell pattern rather than individual cells direct growth, allowing damaged tissue to regenerate. So like almost like a pre-programmed state of being rather than just the cells themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or also I think it somehow had to do with, I'm pissing in the wind, but like how birds can figure out, I know it's like a super sensitive to magnetism or whatever, but how they can go back to, the fucking pigeons of Capistrano, fucking whatever, go back to where they came from.
No, yeah.
Okay.
But again, I don't think that's right at all. I think I just conflated two fucking completely disparate things. So anyway, do your own fucking work on the morphogenic field out there if you're interested.
Please do not email us that.
Oh, no, I mean, don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Yeah. Because I mean, I can't.
Just give us a link that explains it.
Link.
That's fine.
Drop it in the comments section.
We don't do it, but I mean, ChatGPT probably would have been handy for that.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just gonna.
But we're not. We're not there.
We're gonna go over it
because we're old school. We're the new conservatives. We're human centric.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna go over it.
One part of the layer could be designated as such, but the fact that there's informational layers like the atomic level of things, that's just long established, well over a century old physics and quantum physics. Like that's just, I think, a done deal, basically. Okay. Our whole modern world is built on the idea that there's in this fucking, whiskey tumbler, there's a fundamental massive information that allows that to be an extant thing in our sphere of influence, to use her fucking terms.
Ish.
I mean, yes. I mean, but I don't know if I'm getting it right. All right, fuck it. We're going to keep reading. Yeah. All right. One part of the layer could be designated as such. Now, there is still another intermediary layer for which you unfortunately have no human concept. Since the theory is not common in human thinking, let's call it a paralayer. For this layer is mainly responsible for everything that you call psi and paranormal, which lies outside the boundaries of your primitive science. Just because I've read all this, paranormal, I think, only in the sense of extrasensory perception is she referring to. I don't think she's talking about ghosts.
Yeah,
shit.
right. Yeah.
Okay. The paralayer lies between the layers of matter and the morphogenic layers of the field in the sphere of influence. It can actively integrate with both. Your body, for example, is mirrored as a field in the sphere of influence. That doesn't mean that it does not also exist here as well, as flesh, blood, bones, in the form of matter strings or atoms, but only that existence is always a duality. Some layers of the field contain simple information about the solid matter of your body and its frequency, while other layers contain information about your spirit, your consciousness, or, speaking from a human religious point of view, your soul. Awareness or consciousness in this case is a simple energy matrix divided into different layers of your field in the sphere of influence, which I'm beginning to realize I've said all this time the sphere of influence is our world around us. Apparently that's the psychic realm, the astral realm, to, use fucking new age terminology.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, I fucking lost my spot here. Soul. Awareness of consciousness in this case is a simple energy matrix divided into different layers of your field and sphere of influence, nothing more, nothing less. Genuine awareness can also exist here on the matter side, but only in the form of post-plasma, the fifth form of matter. It is here that Lacerta adds an aside that ought be intriguing, if not outright terrifying, to those in both the scientific and theological realms. That's my aside. With the necessary physical knowledge and the corresponding technology, the consciousness awareness matrix, or soul, can also be separated from its field of rest. It can, despite its removal, continue to exist in a self-sufficient manner for a certain amount of time. That occurrence has the strange occult name of soul robbing. But above all, we're talking about science here, not about magic or dark forces. So, fucking interesting. Comment by Ole K. The soul robbing was mentioned in one of the radical, religiously motivated comments in connection with the reptilian species, to which I'm compelled to respond, and this is me compelled to respond. What the fuck? Because I don't care if it's science or magic. There are some bleak implications for those who claim to have had their soul removed, and how crazy is it that, like a heart or liver or kidney, a soul can allegedly exist outside of the body for a certain amount of time if the technological conditions are met. Like, to me, that's just crazy. And that though she referred to it in the terms of soul robbing, like, that has been a common thing in, like, pagan religions.
Well, also in ufology, too.
In ufology.
Yeah, we're like, the aliens are here for our souls.
Harvesting souls.
They see us, they see us as, like, soul containers, and they're like, we're here for you. Like, kind of like a weird fucking phantasm situation.
The spark. But instead, like, a vampire wants the blood.
Yeah,
they want the soul.
Souls, which obviously plays into the whole aliens or demons, fucking thing, which...
And it's a simplification. I guess, I mean, depending on the framework you're working with, and as a simplification of their agenda, fuck, why not?
Right.
Demons, I mean, I blanch against that, because to me that means you stop thinking and you just start believing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get within certain parameters why you would think that.
If aliens are like, we're here for your soul, you're like, demon. And then they're like, no,
because you use the word soul, and that it completely has a religious...
Exactly.
I mean, they're trying to kind of make it not, but
like,
I mean...
consciousness awareness matrix.
Yeah.
/ soul, if you're religious.
Life essence /
Which
whatever.
is, something that we'll probably have to deal with at some point, but what the Collins elite allegedly within the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies are fighting against, because they're so simply convinced that these are... dichotomatic. I don't even know what the word would be, but like evil versus good situations that don't even pay attention to them. When you pay attention to them, you give them power, they can take over our planet. They literally think they're saving the world. from demons.
No,
it's like Inferno, the old X-Men fucking comic from the 80s.
Yeah.
Where demons from hell came up and the X-Men had to fight them. I don't even really remember. Maybe they're from another dimension. It's been a long time.
Maybe.
Been a while. But yeah, no, that's definitely like that bend where, the Pentagon believes that it's all demons. So, which is whatever. Fucking
and allegedly
great.
Chris Mellon
Jesus.
and Lou Elizondo think that they are a sentient threat that exists as a threat simply because they can move unimpeached throughout our airspace, and they're like treat it like a military matter. Collins Elite are treating it like a fucking spiritual matter, and then there's the fucking Jacques Vallée and his group. I forget what they were called, like Star Chargers or something like that. That equally cheesy name, where it's just like, no, we're trying to figure it out. But then Jacques Vallée has recently switched over to the, there might be a problem fucking side that I've been reading about. So it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, but these ideas were definitely around back then as well. This is already established UFO
context.
Lore.
100%. All right.
So obviously back to the skeptical side of digging into this and tying it into everything else. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got my skeptical pants on real tight.
You gotta.
I mean.
real tight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lacerta continued. But back to your question, creatures with more powerful mental powers can have a direct influence on the paralayer by means of the consciousness awareness fields. Now, this layer is not limited only to an individual, but rather as a part of the general information layer. You could call it, in a prosaic sense, the community soul. Or fucking Akashic record, or cosmic consciousness, whatever you want to fill in. That is connected with all animate and inanimate matter, shout out to Shinto, and all consciousness which exists on this main level. The biological cause for these abilities lies on the side of matter, by the way, in the pituitary gland, which always is in the position to generate the frequencies to actively control the sphere of influence. Which I get, again, third eye. I mean, that goes back to Buddhism, pre-Buddhism, Hindu, like way
She's
way
pulling
back.
from a lot of
sources. Yeah. Which doesn't mean it's not true. Just come on.
Come on.
Even you people,
come
on. Enjoy that one.
Yeah, I know.
Could theoretically do this. However, you are solidly blocked by these things. And the thing that I'm curious about is that the Elohim restrictions or our own ability to look beyond the physical parameters of this world, or both. Like, what is she actually saying that we are limited by that we can't employ?
No, I know. Well, she's constantly saying we don't do things because we're dumb.
Yes,
100%. Was it just the last episode that we did? Which is like, you're never going to learn things because you're not open to it. Look, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people are. There's telekinesis ahoy is not happening.
Yeah.
Right. So like,
well, I mean,
right?
Like, what were those fucking tapes that recently came out that everyone was like, "Holy fuck!"
Oh,
it's here.
Whatever. I can't think of the name, but yes,
it was the Yang Yang Twins' latest EP. That's right.
No, it was. Wasn't it like called like the telepathy tapes?
Yes.
I think there may have been.
It was something like right on the nose.
There may have been something that came out about that though, where it wasn't necessarily all above board. But I don't have all the information on that, so I don't know either.
I just remember.
I don't want to speak ill.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It made a big splash in, I don't know, circles.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
In some pond somewhere.
Yeah.
It's worth looking into. And by the way, maybe it was shady, maybe it wasn't. We don't know, first to admit, but almost everything that makes a splash towards open-mindedness has negative counter splashes.
Yeah.
Immediately thrown. Like every pebble that goes into the pond of open thought, there's like fucking boulders hooked in from all sides by the negative Nellies.
Yeah. So I mean, there very well could be something there, but
right.
we don't have any information to even speak on it. And just repeating what I had heard on the internet.
Well, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So intriguingly, Lacerta's next comments are, I suppose, if believed, a sort of tutorial on how to perform telekinesis. I don't think it's going to help us.
I was ready to do it.
First, I'm fucking ready. You guys are floating right now.
Yeah.
Read it. You guys, get ready, guys.
All right. As I have said, the paralayer can interact with mind as well as with matter. For example, if I decide to use my mental powers once more in order to move this pencil, then simply said, I imagine in my mind how my consciousness/awareness expands, amplifies itself on the matter side in the form of post-plasma to the pencil. So you got to start thinking in the 5 fucking layers now.
Yeah, I'm lost.
All right, yeah. Well, you just think of it as energy.
Yeah,
too.
well, that's not helping you to perform it.
No, it doesn't. No, you're right.
At all.
Like I say, it's a tutorial in the steps, but not like.
Right. Yeah.
You know, well, it's
no
like
powers tonight.
you know, learn to meditate through pain, figure out how to do kung fu.
Right.
You're a Shaolin monk.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just,
that
if
doesn't
it was
help
like
you get
think
there.
of a ham
Yeah.
sandwich and then you'll do it. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but like that is like
Well, I mean, we got some new candles from Tyler Spencer. I was going to make them levitate, but I guess
I mean, don't give up yet. I haven't finished reading the instructions.
can't figure out numbers. So yeah.
Are you in the post-plasma state of the pencil or not yet, Mark?
And I'm yes. Yeah, maybe.
In the sphere of influence, this causes simultaneously an automatic command from the consciousness awareness layer to the paralayer to interact with the matter layer of the pencil. Just got to get your layers in conjunction, fuckers.
okay.
Since the paralayer is not confined to the body, it is not even a problem that the pencil lies over there, for I can unerringly reach it even without moving my matter body. Post-plasma on this side, paralayer on the other side. I have control over the pencil, and the interaction brings the matter field of the pencil to the point where it exchanges in the manner in which it moves. For example,
Okay.
comment by Ole K. Because we're not seeing this specifically. I certify that the pencil mentioned above abruptly at that very moment jumped into the air to a height of 20 centimeters, nearly 8 inches, and then fell back to the surface of the table. The sound is clearly heard on the recording tape. No one visibly had touched the pencil.
So she has the force.
She has the force.
She has the force.
Yeah,
And
it's not the force.
If we can reconcile our layers,
I'll take Lucas's explanation. I'll take a blood disease over
God damn it.
the matter layer of the opposite side of the
sickle
layer.
cell
I mean,
midichlorians.
midichlorians does make more sense at this point. Yeah,
Jesus
I never
Christ.
thought I would say that, but midichlorians make more
listen.
sense.
All right, if we're not
Yes,
being,
listen.
listen, we're dicks. Well, we're dicks because Lacerta started being a dick, and we are very
yeah,
reasonably responding.
She's
to
not
each
helping
one.
things.
But I mean, the thought that you can approach things from a layer beyond matter and beyond the psychic into this like post-physical, post-psychic layer, and if you can, through practice or how I know they're not teaching us how, Chris. I understand the
No,
dubiousness.
well, that's. I think that's just the thing. It's just
here it is. In all my fucking decades of being interested in parapsychology, that's as close to a fucking explanation from even people that claim to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of like a gut instinct thing
Yeah.
or whatever. So at least it's something.
I mean, they broke
yeah,
down
it's
whatever.
It's something. It's an explanation.
Yeah, it
of
is.
sorts.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it.
No, I mean, it's
No, I don't. I
so
don't hate it either.
far above my head, but it's okay.
Right.
I shouldn't shit on it just because it's above my head. 'Cause
There
then
you
the
go.
poop will fall on me.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I'll get sick again.
Yes, you will.
Just don't eat it this time.
Not purposely eating it. Sometimes you get splashed.
You need to
It's just,
wear
you know,
masks.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, it happens. It's just the life of a sewer guy,
Dude. I
Unfortunately,
want to do an unofficial remake of Ron Howard's Splash, and it's about you and shit.
Yeah. Just
Tom
kidding.
Hanks and a mermaid, but fuck off.
You get a shit mermaid.
Oh, you get a shit made.
I could be a shit mermaid.
Oh,
I
It's
will
just
be-
like a Hedora mermaid because it comes
Oh,
out of
yeah,
just
baby.
gunk and it's like, Dodge.
Yeah.
oh, dude, you know what? It'll be held together by the nemesis of all sewer workers. Wipes.
Yeah. That's
The skeleton of wipes.
That's how you defeat it in the
No,
end.
that's how I
wipes.
got splashed, was removing wipes from a pump.
Oh,
Because
see?
I mean, at this rate, I've been doing it like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 times a week.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because the wipes clog up the pump and then it screws everything.
You know,
so I have to take the pump apart and get them out.
I agree it's a problem, and I know I asked for it, but I should have figured that no shit pump fucking discussion can go more than 5 minutes without the mention of wipes.
Yeah.
I mean, wipes clog
a problem.
pipes,
It's a
people.
problem. I
Yeah.
agree. It's real. It's bad for the system.
Use a goddamn bidet and stop. Flushable wipes are not flushable.
Wash your
regardless.
ass. Yeah.
Are we
Water's the only wipe that's acceptable. A bidet.
Are we prepared?
Yes.
Okay. That is fascinating. Which kinds of paranormal activities can one generate with that?
The one I just fucking showed you, said me, not Lacerta.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All kinds, everything that you call paranormal. As I said, this special layer lies in the sphere of influence, the phildrum, also known as the morphogenetic information layers and the matter layers, and can interact with respectable sides. That is to say, it can be interacted with solid matter as well as with the mind or mental information. So wish, movement, simple exchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wherewith we can achieve everything that is generally designated as telekinesis and telepathy. The connection absorption with another consciousness is generally separate in the procedure from the simple influence on matter, since different consciousness awareness fields work with different oscillations. A consciousness that sends or a consciousness that listens must first adapt itself to the other mind exactly before any access is possible. Most species also have chances to block the alien access, but you people don't have this. The following is generally valid. The stronger the paranormal abilities of a species, the simpler the adaptation and access. Our own abilities are not so powerfully developed. Therefore, first we have to learn specifically alien mind influence in order to use our mimicry. As mentioned earlier, she can appear as a human being to any number of humans if she wants to. For example, where mimicry is actually quite simple in your minds, all right, so she's saying you couldn't do it with a high alien, but it's simple to do with us because we have the on-off switch that was established by the Elohim.
Yeah.
Some of these abilities are also partially inherited. Mother and child of my kind, as an example, are attuned exactly during the first months of life. How convenient would that be? Partially also the egg covering with the expectant mother. And so the beginning of life and during the egg, so in utero basically, and they can communicate telepathically. In order to influence you people, we need a certain amount of time for practicing. Despite your simple structure, therefore, it is forbidden, for example, for adults of my kind before the age of enlightenment to come to the surface of the earth. That term is synonymous, along with other things, with full physical strength. In the case of not fully developed abilities, the danger of discovery by you would be too great. By the way, there are, of course, numerous secret teachings about the real possibilities which can give one these abilities, but I really don't know anything exactly about that. Ancient dark arts is all I can think of instantly.
I mean,
like like the forbidden spells, going right to Hogwarts or fucking whatever it is, the Sith teachings if it's Jedi. Like there's always that like darker, more instantly gratifying way, but ultimately despoiling your
but I just feel like
immortality
she's
or
talking
whatever.
about, I feel like how is there another side?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seems like this is the way to do the things. Like, what's the other side to the other side of the the dark side of the plasma side?
I think maybe she's talking about, and maybe this is probably 80s, sword and sorcery films more than anything else, but like
just what you can do
kill with
it.
your mind. Yeah. How to fucking la la la. But I don't know.
Maybe.
Hard knowing.
Had to throw in the secret shit.
Had to throw in the secret because that's all we want to know about.
Right.
Now.
That was the last thing missing was the secret shit.
Yeah.
This is like some Paul Atreides. My name is a fucking killing weapon.
Oh, deep.
I know.
My name is a killing word.
I think he invented that though for the movie.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I don't think that was in the books.
No, the weird
unfortunately.
I don't believe so.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was one of the best parts.
No, I loved it.
I mean,
because it added like sci-fi but / religious elements.
Yeah.
The whole fucking gun.
It was
saying
great.
Fucking money.
Yeah.
Blowing shit.
I was shocked by
Screaming your name as a bullet.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not going to digress too much. I really thought it was all Lynch, and I thought when I watched the fucking Chalamet, it would be like a whole new story.
No, it was very
It's
similar.
the exact same thing, except the coolest part and the rich fucking Caledonian mahogany.
Yeah, no.
all created by Lynch. All right. Whenever, this is Lacerta, an alien mind ought to be influenced, then there are some generally valid steps which are set in motion by other extraterrestrial species. First and foremost, the alien oscillation must be felt. Something generally that is done automatically by the brain, i.e. for one, the field of oscillation, for another, the quasi-electrical brain waves here in normal space, which matter inhabits. That is not especially difficult. After that, one simply probes for the other consciousness awareness in the mind with a post-plasma manifestation. The sphere of influence reacts and the connection is there. Now, one can read out information from the first one and record the desired information to the second one in the correct location. I'm not going to parse that out.
Yeah.
You asked me the last time whether you people have the opportunity to protect yourself against this influence, and I told you that only an awake and concentrated mind had any kind of chance to withstand it. In this state of mind, the oscillations change very abruptly and access becomes complicated. More precisely, it can become as a painful recoil. Whenever you close your eyes, then the field becomes flat, and alien access to the mind is immediately possible and without restriction. So every time we fucking sleep, every time we blink, every time we close our eyes to rest our fucking eyes, that's no way you can exist.
No.
I don't want to close my eyes.
Don't want to fall asleep.
Because I miss you, baby.
I think we're doing a flawless Steven Tyler.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah, we're here. In concert.
Even when I dream of you.
God damn it.
Oh, you keep going.
No, I'm done.
Do the whole song.
I'm totally done.
Do the whole
Sorry.
song.
I apologize to you and the audience.
Yeah.
My lovely friends and our amazing audience, I am sorry.
In terms of your chances against a more highly developed species, you have none at all. They are able to adjust the oscillations faster than you can change. I could even demonstrate it on you, but you were really horrified and confused the last time. So we'll just leave it at an explanation. So, I mean, so it doesn't even matter. You could be like the sorcerer supreme of fucking Earth, and you're still compared to one of these bubble hoppers, much less dimensional hoppers.
Right.
You're just like a fucking bulldozer and an ant. It's fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like you versus Chuck X. Like, you're not going to win.
Yeah. Oh, yes. 100%. This explanation, presumably sounds to you like, as you say, something esoteric or from the occult or magic. The reason for that is simply that you lack the basic understanding for seeing the background reasons. All paranormal phenomenon have a purely scientific origination. None of this has anything to do with supernatural powers. We grow up with this kind of knowledge. We know how one makes use of these powers and where they come from. We are acquainted with theory and practice. You are not. Therefore, you really don't understand what happens in your world. You see only one side of existence, not the other. And I mean here, both that are physical. I don't know, like both are physical, whatever. But I get that. I get that in a sense. I've always thought that too. Everything paranormal is science as yet undiscovered. Like nothing to me.
Yeah.
Like, even if there's power in words, as fucking Grant and Moore insist, I think there's something to it. But it's scientific principles.
Right.
Even if it's working on a noetic level that is deeper than mainstream science is comfortable exploring right now and seems to manifest like sigil magic in a way that seems completely paranatural, it is following some fundamental laws that just haven't been laid out yet for our understanding, in my opinion.
Yeah. If it's real, then yeah.
It has to. Yeah. Anyway. Everything paranormal is dualistic, and it exists in the space that matter inhabits as well as in the sphere of influence. It can only be explained by the acceptance of the latter, because the sphere of influence is the basis. I would welcome an end to the scientific questions since you really aren't grasping them anyway. We're wasting more or less valuable time by doing this.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, back in my character, Ole. Only one last question. At our first meeting in December, you made it quite clear that you didn't want to discuss scientific and paranormal concerns. Why the openness now?
The last time I saw really no necessity in overburdening you with facts of that kind, and now you are obviously overburdened. Therefore, I have preferred only to mention these topics in a peripheral sense. Apparently, however, some of my performances today have set you to thinking about your world, something that can't be all bad. And by the way, your human scientists will tend to regard my comments as humbug. And so I see no great danger in spreading this information widely. No one will pay much attention to it. Well, she nailed that.
Okay.
By the way, the words of your people who have characterized me as a creature of evil have their basis in the belief in occult powers and magic, both of which both of which things do not exist. There is no magic, only highly developed science, and everything that you label as magic is only a part of science. If you would only comprehend that, then you would be one step ahead in your development. My openness on the issue ends here. Pose other questions, please. So this is a hard stop, and that's why we're putting a hard stop to the interview here, because we go off on a whole other subject that demands its own fucking thing next week. But I will do the outro and we'll just break down what it is that we have not learned at all today.
Yeah.
Ole was left reeling. In a single stretch of conversation, Lacerta had dismantled and rebuilt his understanding of reality, UAP propulsion, psionic abilities, the illusion of evil, the architecture of the soul, all nestled inside a 5-tiered framework of existence. It was less an interview than an ontological explosion. But there was no time to process it. A lesser reporter might have chased every metaphysical thread into the weeds. Ole didn't. He knew the clock was ticking. However extraordinary his source, however seismic her claims, access like this did not last. And reflection would have to wait. Right now, he had to press forward. And forward meant something far more combustible. They were about to leave the rarefied heights of cosmic theory and descend into the nitty-gritty of ufology, into Roswell, the Greys, the infamous UFO photographs everyone's seen, and the few that are actually real. It was time to explore the first transfer of NHI technology into human hands and what our best and brightest, more clever perhaps, but still fumbling, frightened primates like the rest of us chose to do with it. But that door had only just begun to open, and what stepped through it will have to wait for the next installment of the Lacerta Files.
Oh, part 3, baby. Reality unraveled, and unraveled our reality. She did.
She did.
She did.
There's a lot there.
There's a lot
Not gonna
there.
lie.
Yeah, I don't even know how to
Not gonna
really
lie.
begin to parse that shit down. But yeah, there's quite a bit there. I mean, like you said in, I believe the first episode, that this is a rare instance where we do get answers. So
Yeah.
we're always saying, we need answers, we need shit, we need this. And then we got it, and we're like, oh,
Fuck.
fucking boy.
In all fairness, all right, devil's advocacy in its totality. We've been pointing out throughout this what the state of knowledge in ufology was at this point. Any solid, as you pointed out, Mark, coast to coast fan could have been able to pick up on the bulk of this.
Right.
We're definitely, we're keeping diabetes right there next to the devil on the table. But on the other hand, any knowledge this esoteric and this far in advance of us would seem as ass backward and perplexing. Now, it doesn't feel like when, I watch a really good episode of Nova and I get the words, but I don't get the math. I certainly don't get the math, but I don't really fully grasp how you think of, like, say, a 4-dimensional world or whatever. But
Right.
I get it. I get it enough, and I know, like, oh, that's science. Fuck yeah. This is more like, this could be bullshit. This could be really fucking crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
Or it could also be like, you're getting a glimpse at something that we just don't have a framework for.
Yeah.
Ergo, it feels like bullshit because in the end, we're still, I mean, I always accuse mainstream academia of this, but none of us want to look like assholes. None of us want to go fucking full hog and believe everything. And based on a summary made decades ago by
Yeah.
strangers, we certainly wouldn't do it.
No.
But-
no, I mean, we obviously keep
But we're
our,
open to the idea.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to the ideas. We keep our skeptical pants tight, and we keep that, that skeptical canoe very close
Yes.
to us. But
But I refuse to wear my debunking codpiece.
not
Prominently
yet.
displayed.
Well, because
Yeah.
there's nothing really to debunk.
No, you can't.
yet.
Yeah, you got to bunk
Right.
it first.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
That's
nothing-
another word. No one bunks things
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, come on,
Right,
let's
you can't just.
bunk it.
I mean, I don't know, because we're not, physicists or
No.
chemists or biologists.
Nope.
No, I'm a simple man
So-
that just removes shit from a pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
That's all I am.
Sometimes with your face.
Sometimes with my teeth.
Eating sludge every once in a while.
Yeah, but she's she's delving in. She's trying to give him more information, and obviously she's
Which is why I'm interested. Like, if somebody who is, I don't know, like studied elements of physics or elements of psychology or neuropsychology, like, does any of this like have a parallel with something that you've even like heard hinted at in certain aspects of research? Like, is one aspect reflected in a piece of really esoteric research out there?
Yeah.
And that doesn't make it true.
No,
I mean, it would be intriguing.
I'm sure it does. I mean, it's funny because sphere of influence, the only time I've ever heard of that or seen it was in Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking when I heard sphere of influence. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, I know this.
Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, so like if you ever know what that is, then what she's saying about it, I understand what that means, but like that's still a very
Well, also, I mean, 1999, Sphere of Influence, which granted Ole claimed was his translation of Feldraum, which is like field of experience, I guess. No, that's a weird way of saying it, but like the field in which something can take place in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Sphere of Influence seems so much more appropriate. And of course, I mean, I'm falling right into the hands of debunkers, but like, who would be more inclined to create a sort of in-depth fiction like this than someone that already loves role-playing action fantasy?
Right.
Sure.
I mean, storytelling at its fucking core.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have to keep all that up front. I mean, because he had, his computer sectors were bad. He had the evidence, and the evidence is gone. And now he just has, floppies. But obviously, none of that was ever released. None of that was like, here is your 100% hardened, proofed evidence. This is what is going on. Obviously, that was none of that was ever has come out.
No.
And with everything that
if the tapes had been released, then at least we'd hear her voice.
Exactly.
Now,
so
here's the thing. Like,
you'd hear the pencil
on the tape, you can clearly hear the pencil. It's like, motherfucker.
You have all.
I know.
I
know. That's the fucking rub.
And you could literally release it and be like, "There you go, disclosure." No, catastrophic as fuck.
It wouldn't be.
Well, not disclosure.
It wouldn't even be close. Because here's the thing: as it stands now, it could be the work of one dude doing a fucking a verbal LARP. On the entire of ufology,
100%.
And the slowest burn on top of it because it started in fucking the 20th century.
I think I jumped to disclosure a little too quick. I got excited.
So the tapes get released,
right?
And you hear that fucking the evidentiary thump of a pencil.
Yeah, you would need. Yeah, you would need so much more.
You don't even need a fictional EF. All you need is you and your girlfriend to record a fucking interview.
Right.
Sure.
Like, or a female friend or a fellow actor or your co-conspirator, whatever.
Well, I'm just saying, like, along with the tapes, whatever other evidence he may have collected with this to support it. But no, you are correct. There really is no way that even if this all did come out, there's no way to be like, yes, 100% hard proof.
Oh, no.
Without having her come out and being like, hey, I'm Lacerta.
If there was a video camera there, which of course she expressly forbade.
Same thing with photos.
Well, maybe if it came out in 99, you'd be like, hot damn, this is some Rick Baker shits, or maybe you would be like, huh.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, we've been seeing the reptilian eye sneak for
God, I know,
decades
forever.
now.
Jesus.
And I wasn't impressed the first time, and I remain unmoved.
Yeah, totally.
Which doesn't mean there aren't reptilians, just means I don't think they're secretly giving up the game with a fucking weird side-eye blink.
Why are they on TV?
On a local news show.
News anchors. Yeah. Like, that ain't David Muir. That's not my David Muir.
The fuck are you doing?
Fuck, man? Come on. All right, man. Well, there it is. Tune in next week. We'll be hitting Lacerta Files Part 4. Doing it, Bob. Before we get out of here, we got to thank some good folks over there at Patreon. Patreon.com/Cryptonaut Podcast for your bonus audio, bonus video, Discord access, all of that fun. Bonus, so much content.
So much
goddamn content
in like a relatively short amount of time. We have created
there's quite a
volume,
there's an enormous catalog back there.
Like if you just signed up right now, I don't even know. It would be a spoil of riches, and more each week.
Yeah, oh my God, 100%. I mean, for the episodes alone, we're at like 309 for bonus content. So, yeah, totally.
309 for bonus.
Crazy. For
bonuses. So, thanking all of the fine supporters and everyone out there, everyone who does whatever they can. We are going to focus on the latest batch of patrons because God bless them, they're keeping the lights on. Rob Bin Fartine.
Yeah.
Bin Fartine.
Yeah.
Rob Bin Fartin. Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sean Box.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you
Sean
so
Box.
Yeah.
I'm not assuming that's anything. That could literally be his name. Because that doesn't seem like it's implying anything.
No. It's fine.
Other than a vaginal crevice. But that's it.
Oh, boy.
Sean Box. The terrible and dramatic irony of Amish flashlight.
Thank you, Amish flashlight.
yeah.
When I saw that, I giggled my ass off.
Yeah,
that
it's
made
cute.
that made my day. I was like, yeah, thank you.
I think I would have appreciated Amish flashlight, but that's manual,
Well,
so
it's
they could technically have it. It lacks irony.
That's coming up soon, I'm sure.
Dogzilla versus Meowthra.
Yeah, I like that
mean,
one
well
too. That
done.
was good. Very nice.
That's a good one.
That's good. That's tight. Funky Donkey.
Funky Donkey, thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. I love it all. Crass Kick.
Crass Kick. Hell yeah,
Yeah.
Crass Kick.
Yeah, I was definitely figuring out ways to pronounce that.
Yep.
That word not Krazizik.
Yep.
Nope.
Crass
Crass
Kick.
Kick.
Hell yeah.
Last, you know who's not least. I'm about to tell you his name. John Schreffler.
Thank you so much, John. We
Thank you,
appreciate
John.
that. And again, that is over there, patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. There is a 7-day free trial that you can sign up for, that you can get 7 free days to go in there, see if you're into it, and just kind of like check out the content. And if you want, you can continue on with that.
Yep.
The bonus audio is available on the $5 tier. The $1 tier will receive 1 bonus audio throughout the month, generally the last
Yeah, I was about to say,
Sunday.
I knew the dollar still got
The dollar gets 1 bonus
a month.
like the last Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
The $5 tier
Get
will
a bonus every week. So
every
they get 2
week.
pods a week.
Yes. The $10 tier gets the bonus audio.
Yeah.
They get the video of us doing the regular episode plus the Patreon.
The super
Yeah.
sexy after dark video, because it's mostly dark in the wintertime by the time we're recording.
Exactly. And also, too, on the $10 tier, that also includes the ad-free episode as well.
Yes.
So if you want to
Just
go
the 10.
just the
So-
10. The ad-free is
Yeah.
only available on the 10.
On the 10. And plus all 4 extra episodes.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you also get bonus videos throughout
Out the
week.
wazoo.
You get them on a Wednesday and you get them on a Friday. So
Yeah.
we really tried to pack the $10 tier
Make it
with
worth
as
it.
much content as we can.
Yep.
Honestly,
So-
it's a steal.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
what
$10 you're getting a
the
lot
kind
of
of
info.
like back ass words fucking zines I'm willing to spend like $15 on
Yeah.
just to give me like a little hit of excitement. We're doing right.
Yeah, no, for
No,
sure.
that's the
so
deal.
again, you can check all that out at
That's the deal.
patreon.com/Cryptonaut podcast. And without that monthly support, we could not be doing this show.
No.
We're on the social
Shit,
medias, the Instas, the Twitters, the Facebooks, all kinds of fun stuff. Short form videos happening on the TikToks, the YouTube shorts, the Reels. Check all that stuff out there. Like, comment, DM, share, do all that. The merch is over there at hellerspace.com. Check that merch out. There is always sales happening, so be sure to bang on there and check it out. We always give a sale throughout the month. Will always be happening. You can do it there. We do have a hotline that y'all could call into us if you'd like to, which is 315-370-6853 to leave your spooky experiences. Or I got some people calling me like, hey man, sorry that you're sick. I hope you feel better soon.
Aw,
so that was very
nice.
nice. I appreciate
That was sweet.
I appreciate that from our good listeners. And also, too, obviously, listener stories. You can leave them there if you'd like to call them. If you'd like to write them in, you can just write us at cryptonautpodcast@gmail.com, or you can go to cryptonautpodcast.com, and you can do it there. You can just fill out a form so that, if you would prefer to just write your listener story, and you can totally do that. We're still accepting them. We're still collecting them, and we still have episodes of that coming up. So there's all that. But before we get out of here, boys, we want to give a very special, very, very special thanks to our buddy, Tyler Spencer. What up here? There's him showing the camera right here.
Multiple cameras.
He sent us an awesome
We
box
all got
here.
a copy.
It's so cool. He also sent us these really super
those
sick
candles are dope.
candles right here. We got this Flatwoods candle here. We got Flatwoods, Mothman, Sasquatch, the Ness,
The Ness.
all kinds
I
of
love
good
it.
stuff. Thank you, Tyler, so much for this. This is
it's
awesome.
Awesome gifts to walk into.
This book he sent, Wild Paths, by Jeff Monday. The author is Jeff Monday. The artist is Tyler Spencer here. This is a cryptid pick your own path adventure, which is super cool.
I
This
used
is
to
super
love
fun.
those.
Maybe
the
we
D&D
could-
ones.
Maybe we could do a video
Oh.
and actually just do an adventure.
Yeah, we actually might be. That would be kind of fun to do.
That would be fun.
Totally. That would
maybe
be
we'll do
actually
that. If
super-
you're on the Patreon, maybe you'll see it.
Yeah, maybe you will. That'd be pretty friggin' dope. You can check Tyler out on Instagram, the social medias, also TylerSpencerDesign.com. He has a store tab you can click on. You can get a whole bunch of stuff. He's got the candles. He's got the book. He's got like a really cool cryptid playing card deck. He's got so much cool shit there. So thank you, Tyler.
Really,
He's been a long-time listener, a long-time supporter. Always sends us awesome gifts.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's so cool. I love getting the the boxes from him because he's always hooks us up with
It's
a
a
bunch
dope
of
shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
for real.
much dope shit, dude. We appreciate it. Makes our week. It's so awesome that we have so many cool artist friends out there that just send us cool stuff. We definitely appreciate it. It's super cool. So yeah, man, there it is. Thank you all so very much. Join us next week for part 4.
Yeah.
And
Guaranteed part 4.
there you go.
Very likely a 5.
Well, you know
Maybe
what?
not, though. You know what? I shouldn't even say that. I guaranteed it wouldn't happen by saying it. Maybe I guaranteed more.
Well, we'll see. You know
shit.
what?
No, honestly, I honestly don't know. We're really close to the nitty gritty.
We're just taking this week by week, and we are on a journey with the listeners.
Yes.
With you
Yeah,
as
we
our
are.
narrator.
As it always is.
You are the captain of our boat.
I try.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Captain,
The
good captain.
stormier the waters, the better, huh, guys? Come on. Perfect storm, bitches.
As I'm close to a mental breakdown. Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
I just mean fun adventure on the high seas. I don't mean fucking danger.
Oh, God, that's awesome.
As the director, I have to question these things.
Yeah, that's true. He is the cruise director. Technically, has as much power, if not more.
Even though I didn't do fuck all this episode, really, but
yeah, but your presence was felt there. Your calming influence.
just in case.
yeah, exactly.
I didn't
This
ha-
is
I
when it
didn't have
goes
to do
off the
anything.
rails.
Yeah.
That's when we need you.
I was trying to dumb myself into a corner, and you brought me out.
Well, there was too much in here to even
It's too
go
much.
on
Yeah.
a tangent.
Dude, that's why I said
We're
it was
just like,
shorter, but there's not any. Like,
No.
I read through it 4 times, even to get as inaccurate as I was. And I
Yeah.
fundamentally misexplained at least 3 things. So I think we're all on a roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you know what? We're here. We're doing it. Come back next week. Check out part 4.
shit.
And we're talking to you soon.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Bow.